Welcome back, Siridav here. Today we're going to play some Super Mario Bros. 3. Specifically, we're going to be practicing just the first world. So the way we go through this when we're speedrunning is we collect 2 warp whistles and then we warp away all the way to World 8. So we're going to do level 1, level 2, level 3 to get the first warp whistle, and the fortress to get the second warp whistle. The issue that we've got with this first world is that in order to get that second warp whistle in the fortress, we need to be Raccoon Mario. So we need to have the super tail so that we can fly all the way up to the chest where the warp whistle is hidden. But you would think that Raccoon Mario is faster. In actual fact, Raccoon Mario has his maximum speed capped. What I mean by that is he can run at maximum speed for a short while, and then his speed is reduced, so it's kind of forcefully reduced. Whereas Big Mario can run at full speed forever, and Small Mario can run at full speed forever. But they introduced this cap for Raccoon Mario because they didn't want players to be able to fly infinitely across any stage. So it's actually faster to complete levels as Small Mario and Big Mario. But we want to be Raccoon Mario for specific reasons. So this is going to be a little bit experimental. I've already got the routes through the level that I'm familiar with, that I do every time. So we're going to look at alternative routes. What I normally do is I grab the mushroom here, jump over this guy, I grab the super leaf, so I turn into Raccoon Mario, and then I've just got to keep hold of it. Now I've just said, and you can see there, I was running at maximum speed for a little bit, and then I was forced to basically slow back down to regular running speed after only a short time. So that's the problem with doing it this way, is that because I've grabbed the super leaf so early, I can't run at full speed just through all of the levels, which is what I would like to be able to do. But I have got a little bit more jump control, and being able to fly is obviously helpful as well. So that's level 1 and level 2, they're fairly straightforward. Level 3 is where we start to, I guess, diverge from the normal way you would play the game, in that we're going to collect our first warp whistle. This is stupidly well hidden. What we've got to do is we've got to hold down on this white block so we drop into the background, and there's a secret toad house hidden in the backdrop of this level, which is where the warp whistle can be found. The game doesn't really hint at it, but there you go, that's where it is. The second warp whistle, which is in this castle level, is a little bit easier to find. You just got to be a little bit curious. You've got this gap up here, and it turns out there is something up here. So there's a door, and this is the second warp whistle. So I guess if you're exploring every nook and cranny of a level, you probably find it. So we've got 2 warp whistles, and the way this works is we use the 1 to travel to what is essentially Super Mario Bros. 3's version of a warp zone. And if you use a warp whistle while you're in the warp zone, you get the opportunity to go straight to World 8, which is the last world of the game. So that's the first part of the run, and that's the part that we're trying to cut down. And the way we're going to cut this down is we're going to grab the raccoon tail a little bit later. So I'm going to get rid of that file, we're going to start over, and hopefully we're going to do this a little bit faster. So let's start with level 1. what I'm going to do straight away is I'm still going to grab the super mushroom. I'm going to ignore this. Now, because we're not super, we've got to wait for this guy, which isn't ideal. And that also basically forces us to go down to regular speed as well. So let's see if we can do something about that. And I think there is something we can do about that. So I was watching a run where somebody, so they grab the super mushroom from here, they build up some P speed here, and they use that guy to, there we go, so we are up on the clouds, we can jump over the plants, oops, and in theory we can stay at full P speed all the way to the finish. So that wasn't actually faster than our first attempt, because we flubbed it a little bit when we were falling down from the clouds. But I'm sure that given a few practices, we can get that going quite smoothly. Oh, that's better. Whoops. I was going to try and use that Goomba to bounce up. Okay, let's start over and try that. Yes, but I don't know if it's faster. There we go. That's good. We slowed down just enough to pick up a mushroom card instead of a star card. The reason we do that is if you collect all star cards, and when you're at maximum running speed you tend to pick up a star card at the end of the level. But if you pick up all star cards, you get a fanfare at the end of the level where you got your third star card, which we want to avoid because that wastes a few seconds. So it's a little bit like avoiding fireworks in the other Super Mario Bros. Games. So this is what happens if you go to the castle as Big Mario instead of as Raccoon Mario. And I'll stop to point something out along the way. So this is a power-up box, but it contains a flower. It's no good. It's not what we want. So we've got to build up P speed. We've got to not get hit. We've got to grab this, and then as we grab it mid-jump, we've got to start flying up. So you can see it wastes a little bit of time. And it's a little bit more dangerous than just going in as Raccoon Mario. So going in as Raccoon Mario is safer and it's faster.